having a sunny Sunday practice here on our home practice course. In the middle of the training, been doing some laps. It feels good. Now I'm getting warm in my clothes. What we're training is just to get more hours on the bike, basically. Getting familiar with my bike, know how to do everything, corner, whoops. Some difficulties I have now is to find the right line over the whoopies. For me, I have easier to take left corners than right. So for me, it's better to practice on my difficult lap than the easy one. But we do both laps, left and right. My feelings for Gotland Grand National is a little bit mixed. I'm excited and also nervous because I haven't been there. And it's going to be lots of bikes on the track, which I'm not really used to. I think it can be a little bit stressful for me, so it's good that we are many or more people here now today practicing, so I can get used to having bikes behind me. I have to stay in my line so they can go past me. Also, I heard there is a uphill on Gotland track, so we have to go and practice some uphill training basically, and know how to keep the gas, which gear to have on, get familiar with uphills. Basically everything is ready for Gotland race. I have a license and I have signed up for the race. Now we have the final practicing to do, and of course kit up the bike and me, which we're going to show you in another episode. Training day like this, I do 15 minutes of moto, then I take a little rest, then 50 minutes again, and so I move on for around 1 hour to 1.5 hours. And what I practice is to get a nice flow, mostly standing, only sitting when it's a sharper corner. So it's 50 minutes of pretty hard training for me, and then some rest. I still need to practice on uphills and downhills before we go to Gotland. So I learned to handle the bike during that type of riding, and what gear to have, to use the brakes correctly, and get familiar with the hills. Yes, it is a little bit tougher than I thought to ride enduro. Because you need to be so much in focus, both in your head and in your body. Think fast, and if you lose it for a moment, it can be, you fall off basically. So you really have to stay sharp. And what I have to think of like all the time is to keep my head up, keep the sight forward. So when I do some laps, my head goes down, 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 and then it's like, no, up, up. So as fast as I lose my head, it goes worse, the driving. So up with your head. It is fun, but it's also a little bit scary when you get to do new things. So today's training session is done. It went very well. I have a few ones left. Now it's also time to prepare me and the bike for Gotland. So the big thing. I hope it's going to be nice weather. I'm a little bit nervous, but also very, very excited.